Right, our top story first. IKEA is doubling down on South India and Tamil Nadu is right at the center of that push. The Swedish home furnishings giant will begin deliveries to Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai and Salem starting January 22nd, taking its range of 6,400 products to Tamil Nadu's 4 major cities. The furniture major has reported that well over 25,000 customers hailing from the state are already on its loyalty program. A clear sign that demand here is real and growing. And that's not all. With online orders contributing over 30% to IKEA's India sales, the company's Tamil Nadu foray is not only about delivering furniture to homes, but understanding how the state's home improvement audience lives, designs, and uses its homes. These are also insights that will shape IKEA's future stores and formats in the region. In an exclusive chat with ET Now earlier on, IKEA's India CEO Patrik Antoni told me that the company is also in the early stages of scouting for land in Chennai and will likely set up a physical store in the city. Here's a slice of that conversation.
First of all, great to be here. Thank you very much. Yeah, very exciting to launch e-commerce and deliveries in Tamil Nadu. So we've seen for many years actually that there's been an interest from Tamil Nadu. We see it, as you say, by our family members that we have about 25,000 of them from Tamil Nadu already. We see it on the orders, we see it on requests on the website and so on. So the interest has been there. It took us some time to get here, but now finally we are launching. We see a big opportunity. Chennai is a big market. It has this beautiful charm of being both traditional and modern. You see it in the craft, you see it in the fishery where you have a lot of traditions, and all of a sudden you see the big GCCs, you see the office buildings, you see the IT developments. So there's a lot of things going on, and I think the values between IKEA, loving your home, and Chennai, which is of course a lot about warmth at home and that life starts at home. I think we have something very good coming up here together.
Right, Patrik, the next big question that's on everyone's mind is, when do you open a physical store here? You already have presence in Hyderabad, Bangalore, NCR and Mumbai. When do you now open that elusive Chennai store?
So we've entered most of the market in India with an online first strategies. We came into Mumbai with online, Bangalore with online, Hyderabad with online, Pune online, and now we're getting into Chennai with online first. So it's a part of learning about the market, seeing which products that work, what are the questions you get and so on. And that will then hopefully, most likely follow with a store expansion. As real estate deals are real estate deals in India, we don't promise anything until the deal is signed. But of course, we have our intention in opening offline points also in Chennai.
Right, I understand you can't say much, but I also know that the Tamil Nadu government is keen on partnering with you to help find a location that suits your needs, as well as a spot that works for your customers for a potential Chennai store in the near future. So are you close to identifying a potential land bank for that store?
We have been scouting Chennai for many, many years and actively worked with the authorities on various land parcels and trying and so on. So now we are in a stage where we look at first learning what's happening with our online, and then to see most likely a two-store scenario over time. But nowadays, as you know, we are an omni-channel retailer. We don't only do the large format stores, but we have the opportunity of changing the format depending on the needs. You saw in Delhi, we opened a smaller format first. We have an 8,000 square meter in Mumbai also. So we will tailor make a solution that fits the location where we want to be, because we want to be near the customers in a good way. So let's see which formats that come first to Chennai.
Right, Patrik. So where does IKEA go from here in terms of expansion pan-India? How many stores do you have in the pipeline? And how many delivery pin codes would you like to cover in the near to medium term?
We have, again, a quite exciting expansion plan. We're looking at opening around 30 stores by 2030, so it's another 25. The main focus is on the 6 big markets for us. So it's Delhi, it's Bangalore, it's Mumbai, Chennai, it's Pune and Hyderabad, where we make most of our attention to. Then, of course, there are other tier 2 cities where we are also looking at. But the main focus on these 6. E-commerce will spread to more and more PIN codes as we go, because of course the opportunity is big in India. So I see we will have a combined effort of both online as well as development of the online capabilities, so to speak. So the website will be better, our app will be better. There will be many more touch points around so that the customers can easier shop with us. So I think if you're an IKEA customer in general, you will have a good few years ahead of you. Also, we're looking, of course, at increasing our co-worker base. We have 3,000 co-workers today in IKEA. We will be about 6,000 at that time. So a lot of opportunities for people to work with us also.
Well, it's also been a year since you announced moving all your deliveries to an EV-powered fleet. How have these delivery volumes grown in the last 12 months, and how much has this fleet grown in the same period?
Yes, we're very proud to say that I think it's 98 or 99% of all home deliveries are with EV vehicles across India at the moment. And I think we are unique on that. And that's a part of the bigger sustainability agenda we do. You may know or not that we also invested in a large solar farm in Rajasthan now that will make us produce more renewable energy than we need for all our stores, our EV fleet and so on. So it's a part of being sustainable. And we have about 270 vehicles, I think, at the moment that are delivering across India with EVs. So a good one. And the growth of home delivery goes hand in hand, of course, with the growth of our stores and our e-commerce expansion.
Right, Patrik. So where does the Indian furniture market go from here? What's that growth number looking like that you're projecting for the overall market? And more importantly, which segments are you at IKEA betting big on?
So we see that there's about an 8% growth in the home furnishing market in general. This is at least at that speed we should grow in our stores and same store sales. We think over time. Plus that we have a very extensive expansion. So of course our own growth will be much more bigger than the 8% per year going forward. We are targeting in general more on not so much on the income levels, more in the life stages. We see a lot of needs for people who just move out of home, maybe the migrants who move to new cities, who sets up a home, the first home. Then it's about the living with children. So all kinds of phases with children. Of course, your needs change. You know, they're small, something happens, the crib you need this and that. Then they start to crawl around and they start to get toys. You need to store that. Then it's more clothes and it's the new bed. So all these changes that go through as a parent, I think where we're really, really focusing on. Then, of course, when the kids move out, then you have set up your home for the last time maybe. So I think that journey of more life stages and how we can be relevant to more and more people is important. Then we believe that the market is growing enough to keep. There will be carpenters there. There are semi-organized people. There are us who are maybe more on the organized side. So there will be space for everybody because we have different needs at different times and different places. And we see that by being a very predictable brand, I think if you come to IKEA, you know what you get. You get exactly that size or exactly that color. It matches with your other IKEA things. The textiles come in one tone. So it's very easy to shop at IKEA and get a beautiful home. You don't need to be a home furnishing expert to shop at IKEA. So I think we have our niche and we will keep on working in that and creating better everyday lives at home for many, many people in India.
Well, and before we end, let me ask you, what kind of customer growth numbers are you targeting for yourself in India? And how quickly do you hope to close out on these targets? And more importantly, Patrik, I have to ask you, when does IKEA finally start making in India?
Let's start with the last one then. We have been sourcing in India for about 40 years at the moment, and we are exporting about 400 million euros of worth of products every year. So we're exporting a lot more than we import, if we can say it like that. So we are a solid player in the home furnishing market already. We have, of course, ambitions to grow more, and our ambition is to have about 50% of the products that we are selling in India made in India by 2030. Let's see if we can succeed with that. But India as a sourcing hub also globally is on our wish list, so more to come, hopefully. When it comes to customer growth, we wish to maybe almost quadruple the amount of customers we have from now until 2030. So we see very positively on the coming few years. If all conditions are met, we keep on working on being a customer focused. We make sure that we can keep our costs low. We hope that trade deals come in the right way. We hope that there are free trade agreements coming and so on. So hopefully much can go in our way so we can lower prices, reach more of the many, and have a very good trip forward, because India is obviously a very, very promising country demographically, with a very large population, growing incomes, and a lot of people moving into cities with a lot of needs. So they need a partner, and we are here to be that partner.
Well, Tamil Nadu then becoming the latest stopover for IKEA as it continues to focus majorly on South Indian cities for its furniture business. Well, moving on to news from the investment space now, Madras Fertilizers Limited, that's the Chennai-based ammonia manufacturing PSU, has forwarded a proposal to build a greenfield ammonia-urea complex at its Mandali site with an estimated investment of about 10,300 crore rupees. The company has said that its objective is to add modern capacity aimed at strengthening the country's domestic supply of key crop nutrients, but that the project is still waiting final approval from the centre. The plan the PSU says includes planning for new ammonia and urea plants at a capacity of around 1.3 million tons per annum in urea on existing land banks. We're also given to understand that this will align with broader goals of import reduction and food security support. Well, moving on from investments to news from Davos now. It's been an eventful few days in the travel itinerary of Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar. After first pulling out of attending the World Economic Forum in Davos, the leader has now decided to make the trip after all. The Deputy Chief Minister will in fact depart for the summit in Switzerland rather soon. The U-turn comes after the Karnataka government and the office of the Deputy Chief Minister was singled out for criticism, with the BJP also saying that Shivkumar not attending the summit was a lost opportunity. Speaking to reporters on his decision to now attend, Shivkumar said that sometimes he does in fact take advice from members of the opposition. Let's listen in to what exactly the Deputy Chief Minister said.
Delhi is also given me permission, and my leaders also have been, CM also has been asked me to go there, and I've been receiving call that I should be a part of the discussion in Davos. I'm making up my mind, and my opposition leaders also, my friend also is advising me. Sometimes we'll have to take the advice of our opposition leaders also, in the interest of the state. We'll all work together. When state comes, we'll all work together.
So Karnataka will then have a contingent at the Alpine town in Switzerland. But there's more Davos-related news from South India now. Kerala has sent a 5-member delegation to the Alpine town to attend the economic summit. The visit is only the second time that the CPIM-led state is participating in Davos. Led by Law Minister P. Rajiv, the delegation is reported to have held talks with Poland's Leviathan Confederation in order to explore investment opportunities and industrial collaboration between Kerala and Polish companies. So with Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka and even Kerala now participating in Davos, Tamil Nadu remains the only South Indian state conspicuous by its absence at the Swiss town. Well, on that note, we'll have to slip into a really short break, but on the side, we'll bring you more news and updates from South India when South Central returns. Keep watching. Welcome back. You're watching South Central on ET Now with me, Jude Sanit. This is the show we track all the updates from the news, markets and beyond from South India. A little while ago, we told you how Tamil Nadu was the only South Indian state to not have a delegation at Davos. And one of the main reasons for that is that the state's Industries Minister, TRB Raja, is not going to Davos simply because it's the state's final assembly session before elections begin in a couple of months' time. And RN Ravi staging a walkout from the state assembly. Now, this is not unusual. It is in fact the fourth time in 4 years that the governor has in fact walked out of the assembly without delivering his customary opening address. Like most years, the governor walked out today blaming the disrespect allegedly shown by the state government for the national anthem as one of the reasons. He also said it was not being played at the start of the session. The government summarily moved a resolution allowing the Speaker of the House to deliver the opening address on behalf of the governor. Later in the day, the Lok Bhavan in Chennai issued a detailed statement stating that the governor took exception to a few more details of his address and the assembly session, including the fact that his microphone was in fact turned off and on frequently, and that his prepared address contained details that he believed were not true. This significantly includes the Tamil Nadu government's claim that the state had in fact attracted 12 lakh crore rupees in total investments last year, which Governor Reddy has claimed to be untrue. Shifting focus to Telangana now, Chief Minister Revant Reddy has found himself in the eye of an opposition storm after reportedly enrolling for a crash course in Harvard. The Chief Minister, reports said, had planned to leave for the US in order to study a course in leadership for the 21st century at the Kennedy School of Government. The course duration is expected to range from January 25th to 30th and will see the Chief Minister spend substantial time on campus. However, the opposition, it seems, is not having any of it. The BJP in Telangana has criticized the Chief Minister's decision, with party spokesperson N.V. Subhash questioning the expenditure of public money for a personal academic exploit. He also pointed out that the Chief Minister should have completed his academic pursuits before his career in politics. The party has also said that a short-term course in leadership will in fact not help Reddy's leadership skills. Moving on to news from the world of crime and investigations, the Enforcement Directorate has significantly stepped up its probe into the alleged gold misappropriation from the Sabrimala temple. The investigating agency conducted raids at around 21 locations across Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka as part of a money laundering investigation. The searches converged on locations involving officials of the Travancore Devaswam Board, private individuals, intermediaries and jewelers believed to be linked to the suspected criminal conspiracy and financial irregularities. A few months ago, a whistleblower alleged that gold-clad artifacts were incorrectly documented as copper plates and removed from the shrine between 2019 and 2025, with the gold melted and proceeds of the crime in fact channeled through a network of individuals. The ED is now trying to trace this network through financial records, documents and digital evidence, while the Kerala Police's Special Investigation Team continues its own investigation into the alleged theft. Well, moving back to news from the corporate space now, with just days to go for India's union budget, Visakhapatnam's healthcare and diagnostic space wants a unified platform for patient data. Speaking exclusively to me as part of ET Now's special pre-budget programming initiative Budget Yatra, Vizag-based Vijaya Medical Center's Managing Director Dr. Suman Kalagara said that it's cold, hard data that could form the foundation for India's growth in diagnostics, adding that healthcare in India was only relying on anecdotal learnings in diagnosis. Here's a slice of that conversation as part of ET Now's Budget Yatra as we bid you goodbye to yet another episode of South Central. Do watch this special conversation with Vijaya Medical Center.
The diagnostic space, the growth has been tremendous and consistent, and we have been growing at 8 to 10% per year, and we've been adding more and more centers and going more into tier 2 and tier 3 cities to give service to our clients who are spread across these 4 districts. We are very happy with the instrumentation which we have bought in. And we are happy that we are on par with any other metropolitan city as far as the infrastructure and the machinery is concerned.
Right. What is your outlook like, Dr. Suman? Even as we speak, there's been so much emphasis on the Indian healthcare space, diagnostics no less. The Prime Minister has spoken an awful lot in the recent past about Ayushman Bharat. The Finance Ministry has also dedicated increased allocations towards the Ministry of Health and family welfare as well. You're seeing a noticeable spike from 2017 levels to 2023-2024 levels. You're seeing budgetary allocations steadily increase. Where do you see India's healthcare sector going from here in terms of a budgetary allocation and where that money is being spent?
Yes. The budgetary allocation for health in India is very small compared to most of the Western countries.
Renewable energy. In fact, one of the MOUs that we signed with the state of Maharashtra is also on renewable energies in a very large scale. So that is the theme right now across the globe. It's just we have to see that how to balance the base load as well as the renewable. But I think the way now infrastructure is shaping out, I think the way to go is going to be renewables, and of course there's a large energy transition along that across all states in India.
Talking about the India view, and correct me if I'm wrong here, capital seems to be getting a little cautious, and it's also seemingly getting costlier as well. Are global investors more convinced about deploying money into the global south and India being part of it?
No, you got a point. You're right over there. But I think, having said that, today, India with its demographics that we have, with 1.4 billion people, the youngest population that we have, I think every sector is going to attract capital globally. In fact, again, talking about Maharashtra, what we were talking about with CM Devendra Fadnavis was the same thing. The amount of FDI that is going to come in. Because see, don't forget that all these sectors are looking at coming into India. So for example, if you were to take data centers, all the global names are wanting to come in the data center. If you look at coal gasification, the technology is going to be also important. So while it's going to create a lot of jobs, it is going to have a lot of capital inflows coming into India, I feel.
Pranav, geopolitics is also getting very fragmented, and that's sort of fragmenting trade routes as well. Does that strengthen India's case as a global hub, or is it sort of complicating execution for conglomerates such as you?
No, that's a very good point. It's how we are placed as India is very important, how to take opportunity, while of course this is a sad thing, the geopolitical, what we're seeing globally, every day is a new day. But I think the way India is placed, looking at its own domestic market, I think India is very well placed for this, and I think this is the most opportune time that India should take advantage of this, because when world is not sure where to invest, is confused, India is a safe zone. So I think we are very bullish on India, let's put it that way.
Pranav, you're a Davos pro, and the theme this time around at Davos is spirit of dialogue. What's that one message that you are keen that global investors and conglomerates take away from the Adani Group?
No, so the theme is very apt, collaboration and communication, really. So I think, whether it's geopolitical issues or whether it's business, what really matters is collaboration and communication. So I think that is something that I think we should take away from here. And, the whole year, this is going to be the theme now, because Davos sets the theme. So
It sure does. So any exciting meetings that you've had?
They're all internal meetings. So
Okay, you're not going to divulge that on camera. So quite excited to ask you, at the Adani Group, what's the newest baby that you're working on, and what are you personally excited about?
No, I think the sectors that we are in, really infrastructure, energy, of course, urban infrastructure, These are the businesses, defense, and so I think every sector that we are in is got a lot of opportunity coming our way. So every day is a new day, but we are now looking at also manufacturing, defense, like I said. So yeah.
So defense is it. So I have to ask you, what's a day in a life of Pranav Adani when he's not working, if he's ever not working, like? How do you peace out?
Just travel with the family, and that's about it.
Okay, great. And AI is the hot topic. Everyone's been talking about what apps do they use for productivity. What does Pranav Adani most often frequent?
I think right now it's all got to be ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. Okay, Pranav, great to have you today on Eat
Thank
Now.
you very much.
Thank you so much for your
Pleasure.
time.
Thank you.